If you have not like and subscribe the channel, please like and subscribe the channel. This is the place where you can learn Microsoft Intune, anything related to the mobile device operating system or iOS, Android or Windows operating system. Today in this video I am going to share you the latest informations which is there in the Microsoft Intune portal. So as you can see on Microsoft Intune portal, you must be a Intune administrator role so that you can make changes. So if you are managing your devices, endpoint devices through Microsoft Intune, you must be, being as an admin, you must be wondering how to automate the device cleanup, right? So if any devices are retired or unresponsive or non-compliant, how you can retire those devices through automations. So the Microsoft, you can always do through Graph API and Power Power Automate applications or through PowerShell as well. But Microsoft has inbuilt something which you, being as a admin or being as a consultant, we can enable this sitting in the GUI. Earlier it was not available. So if you check the service release, if you have the service release 2506, right, if your tenant is running on below 2506, you not able to see that setting. So make sure, if you go if you go to Microsoft Intune portal and go to the tenant administration, you can see the service release. To see this service release, you must have an Intune admin role or proper roles to see this, and your Intune tenant must be running on 2506 release. If your tenant is running on below, then you won't be able to configure the device cleanup rule in the GUI. So for that, you can do through automations like Graph API, PowerShell or Power Automate or any other tool. So how you can do that? So let's go to the devices, since we are talking about the device cleanup rule, and you can scroll down and you see organized devices, device cleanup rule. So here you can see currently we don't have the device cleanup rule configure which matches the condition or apply. So we'll create a rules to remove the Intune-enrolled devices that are inactive or unresponsive. Inactive means those are not check-in certain period or non-compliant or unresponsive. These rules work immediately and are pre-applied every 24 hours. Make sure these rules actually work immediately and are pre-applied every 24 hours. Once a device check-in, it will still be enrolled without further action from you. So how you can create, you can give name. I am just creating iOS device cleanup rule. Okay, you can give any name as per your, and if you just hover it, you'll see you can create only one rule per platform. So make sure, if you are creating for iOS, you can create only one rule. If you are creating for Android, you can only create one rule. You cannot create multiple rule for iOS devices or any other platform. So you suppose you can select all platform, OSP, Android, fully managed device administration, all these platform, right? Android, BUID, iPad, Mac, Windows, and holographic, Windows holographic as well. So I'm just selecting for you. Similar way you can select as per your requirement. Apple, iOS, and iPad. Next, remove the devices that haven't been checked in for this many days. What does means? Number of day you can define between 30 to 270, right? So this cleanup rule will automatically remove that devices that haven't checked in for these many days. So suppose I'm just creating 45 days. So once you create these rules, all devices which is inactive for the number of for 40 days, right, within 40 days, your devices will will immediately be removed from Intune, and Intune will keep removing those devices that are inactive for 45 days. You can put 30 days, and you can also preview if your any devices has fall under these days. So I'm just giving 40 days, right? Or based on a requirement you can put 60 days. It's all your requirement. Next, and then it's a create. Earlier, if you have seen, being as a Intune administrator, you haven't we haven't we have not options to create the device cleanup rule based on the platform, right? It was only for all the platform. Now, like for iOS I have created 60 days, right? So it says 60 days. Suppose for Windows devices, I will create Windows device cleanup rule. Okay, and if I select Windows, next I want to select for 90 days, right? Select next, create, and you see here it's created. If I refresh, so now I can create multiple, right? So for iOS we have created 60 days, for Windows I have created 90 days. If you want to create Android, let me create Android device cleanup rule. Okay, I'm just creating for BYD devices device cleanup rule. So I'll select this one, next, and I will create for 45 days. Okay, create and create. So if you just refresh it, I have created 3 cleanup rule, one for iOS 60 days, one for Windows 90 days, and one for Android BYD for 45 days. Earlier it was not there. We had the options to only create one policy, and it will for all platform. So similar you can create. Let's try. They mention, right, Microsoft mentioned you can't create multiple rules for the single platform. Since I have already created iOS, let's try to create one more. Okay, iOS device rule. Okay, let's select iOS. See, it says grayed out. So since I have created for Windows, iPad, and this one, it's grayed out. So you can't select this one. You can select all platform, right? I'll say all platform, but there is no sense to create all platform device cleanup rule, because it will create a confusion, right? So better you can create based on the platform, and if you have created one, next time when you try to create, it will grayed out, so you're not able to create itself. So let's delete this one and use the separate platform. I hope you learn how to create the device cleanup rule, and you can automate based on the on your requirement, and you can always go and delete, or you can modify it as per your uh, from 60 days to 30 days anytime. And but make sure all these devices will get impacted. So make sure you review your devices before enabling this, because it will apply to your entire devices. Till then, thank you, have a good day, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your colleagues and friends to learn more about Microsoft Intune. Keep watching and share with your friends. Thank you.